Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. It's the season of fall of the government in India. As the political turbulence in the state of Maharashtra comes down, it comes to a brief halt. There is another political turbulence that is brewing in the state of Bihar, and the rumblings for it have already started in Bihar. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is all set to break up with the BJP, the alliance partner. He has been in alliance with the BJP for the past 5 years, but after 5 years of being in alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party, Nitish Kumar is all set to break ties with the Saffron Party, which is ruling the country now. Nitish Kumar has asked the time from the governor Fagu Chauhan to meet at 4 p.m. today, and at 4 p.m. it is likely that he will inform the governor that JDU is forming a government with the RJD instead of the BJP, and it is breaking alliance with the BJP. This is what the report says. According to sources, it was decided to end the alliance with the BJP in a meeting that was convened by the JDU today. JDU, as I said yesterday, today, that is on Tuesday, the JDU had convened the meeting of all its MPs and MLAs as well. And in this particular meeting, Nitish Kumar reportedly said that BJP tried to end the JDU in Bihar, and BJP constantly insulted the JDU in the state of Bihar, and that is why he has decided to quit the NDA and in fact go along with the Mahagathbandhan that he was earlier part of. In 2017, he had broken away from the Mahagathbandhan that included JDU, RJD and the Congress party, and he formed the government with the Bharatiya Janata Party as a part of NDA, but now he is once again quitting NDA and going back to Mahagathbandhan, and there might be a Mahagathbandhan 2.0 government in the state of Bihar. Now on the sidelines of that, while JDU is also conducting meeting with the MLAs, the meeting is going on today at about 11 a.m. in the morning. The meeting started and the meeting is continuously going on at the CM's residence, and it is said that the Chief Minister Nitish Kumar will meet Governor Fagu Singh Chauhan at 4 p.m. Earlier, he was scheduled to meet the governor at 1 p.m. but later on it was said that the meeting was delayed, and 4 p.m. today he will meet the governor of the state, Fagu Singh Chauhan. On the other hand, the Rashtriya Janata Dal is also conducting meeting of its MPs and MLAs and other leaders of the party. This meeting is going on at Lalu Prasad Yadav's residence in Patna, and in fact the leaders of the Rashtriya Janata Dal have been asked to keep their mobile phones out so that there won't be any word about what is going on inside the meeting that will leak outside to the media. So what exactly is going on at that meeting, one doesn't know, but it is being said that yesterday, day before yesterday, Nitish Kumar spoke to Congress President Sonia Gandhi over a phone call, and in that particular phone call he also spoke about the Bihar situation, and before that he also spoke to the Leader of Opposition in Bihar Assembly, Tejashwi Yadav, and he spoke about the possibility of alliance between JDU, RJD and getting together the Mahagathbandhan 2.0. This is what is being said. On the other hand, all the parties in Bihar have today huddled together and they are trying to keep their flock together. BJP also is conducting a meeting of its own MLAs at the residence of Deputy Chief Minister Kishore Prasad, and among those present there include party State Unit President Sanjay Jaiswal. The Hindustani Awam Morcha, which is led by former Chief Minister of the state Jitan Ram Manjhi, is also huddled with its MLAs and the leaders of the party. And the Congress is also, on the other hand, is conducting a meeting of its MLA today. So it's a meeting day for all the parties in Bihar, including JDU, RJD, Congress, BJP. All of them are conducting meetings with their MPs, MLAs and other leaders of the party today in Bihar. Now, amid the reports of Nitish Kumar quitting NDA and forming the government with the RJD, Home Minister Amit Shah also reportedly spoke to Nitish Kumar yesterday night. He also spoke about the situation in Bihar and what exactly has gone wrong about it. But what exactly the conversation was, we don't know about it. We will get to know once the sources reveal it. But on the other hand, sources claim that it is almost finalized that Nitish Kumar will quit NDA. Although the leaders of the JDU who have been coming out of the meeting are saying that they don't know anything about quitting of the NDA alliance, they have been saying that it was just an ordinary meeting and it had nothing regarding quitting NDA. This is what the JDU leaders are saying. They are very tight-lipped about what exactly is going on inside the meeting. However, sources said that Nitish Kumar said in the meeting that BJP insulted them and that BJP is trying to finish JDU in the state of Bihar. Several MLAs of the left parties also arrived at RJD's meeting that was conducted at Lalu Prasad Yadav's residence in Patna. Left parties also make up to a significant number of MLAs inside Bihar Assembly. Now, amid the turbulence in the ruling alliance, Congress leader Ajit Sharma said, and I want to quote that, "If Nitish Kumar comes, we will welcome him. If he comes, we will support him. A meeting of Mahagathbandhan is being held. We should take a decision to support him by considering Nitish Kumar as the chief minister, but we will be able to tell you only after the meeting." So while the parties are conducting meetings among their own party members, among their own MPs and MLAs, Congress leader Ajit Kumar has said that a Mahagathbandhan meeting will also soon happen. So this is what the Congress leader has to say. Now heavy police deployment is also seen outside the chief minister's residence. Along with that, outside Raj Bhavan at the governor's residence also there is a heavy police presence. Now a telling sign of the possible RJD and JDU alliance is in fact came from Lalu Prasad Yadav's daughter Rohini Acharya, who in a tweet today said, "Raj Tilak ki karo tayari, aa rahe hai lalten dhari." Now the lalten, that is lantern, is a election symbol of RJD. And that particular tweet of her meant that prepare for the coronation, lantern holders are coming, which was a telling sign of possible JDU and RJD alliance in the state of Bihar. Jitan Ram Manjhi, former chief minister of the state, also today said that whatever the equation is, the HAM party, Hindustani Awam Morcha party, will always stand along with the chief minister of the state, Nitish Kumar. Neeraj Singh, who is a JDU leader, said that there was a conspiracy being hashed by the BJP in Bihar cabinet to shorten the stature of Nitish Kumar, and we will tell everything to the public very soon. Apart from that, Upendra Kushwaha, one of the very senior leaders in the politics of Bihar, today also tweeted and congratulated Nitish Kumar and said that Nitish Kumar will be seen in a new role in new alliance. That is what Upendra Kushwaha on his part said. Well, in light of Nitish Kumar's move of quitting NDA and breaking alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party, there is report that some BJP MLAs in the state who are also ministers in the Bihar cabinet might also go to governor and resign from their post. And on the other hand, BJP and Chirag Paswan may also conduct a press conference to disclose the information about what exactly their party's decision is. Meanwhile, at the same time, Nitish Kumar's meeting with the governor, Tejashwi Yadav, also plans to meet the governor and hand over the letter of support from the RJD and at least 115 MLAs of Mahagathbandhan. That is what the report says. According to sources, the ministers in the BJP quota included in the Nitish Kumar cabinet, some 16 of them, can also be sacked by Nitish Kumar, and a letter in this regard might be submitted by Nitish Kumar to the governor. There are currently 16 ministers from BJP quota in the Nitish Kumar cabinet, and that includes 2 deputy chief ministers. Now, after the breakdown of the alliance, Nitish Kumar is now also preparing for the floor test. According to sources, the MLAs have been asked to stay in Patna for the next 72 hours. JDU has total 45 MLAs, and all these 45 MLAs have been asked to stay in Patna, in and around Patna, and not go outside in their constituencies for the next 72 hours, which means that Nitish Kumar is very much preparing for a floor test in Assembly of Bihar. Now, whenever a state undergoes these kind of collapse of the government and new government is set to take oath in that state, a new government is set to be formed in the state, the one question that remains is, will the new government be able to prove their majority? And that is the big question here also. Will the Mahagathbandhan 2.0 have that kind of numbers to prove majority in the state assembly? Will they be able to win the floor test in the assembly? So let us look at some number games. 2020 assembly election of Bihar was a very tight contest between all these parties. However, in this particular contest, NDA emerged as a winner with total 125 seats in their favor out of 243 total seats in Bihar Assembly. BJP had 74 seats. Janata Dal United of Nitish Kumar 145 seats. Vikasanshil Insan Party, that is VIP, had 4 seats. Hindustani Awam Party Secular had 4 seats, and this put NDA just above the required number of 122 because they had 125 and the magic number here is 122. So they were able to form government in the state. The RJD and its alliance partners, popularly known as Mahagathbandhan, on the other hand, had these number of seats. RJD has total 75 seats. Congress had won 19 seats. The 20 out of 29 seats that the left parties contested, they won in total 16, and CPI-ML alone won some 12 of them. So out of the entire left alliance, out of 29 seats that they contested, they won 19 seats. They won 16 seats, and 12 seats were won only by CPI-ML. Now Asaduddin Owaisi's AIMIM also won 5 seats in the Simanchal region. However, later on 4 of its MLAs switched aside and they went and joined the RJD. So RJD's current strength in the Bihar Assembly is 79. Chirag Paswan's Lok Janshakti Party had won a single seat. Now, if we all put it together, if the Mahagathbandhan now gets Nitish Kumar's support, then here is what the number tally looks like. RJD has 79 seats in the Bihar Assembly. JDU has 45. Congress has 19, the left parties have 16, and the independent, one person, one MLA independent, together they make up to 160, which is way above the required magic number of 122. However, if Jitan Ram Manjhi's HAM decides to support this Mahagathbandhan 2.0, then the number tally will go up to 164. However, there is a catch. There is a disqualification notice pending against 14 MLAs of RJD as well as the left parties, especially the CPI-ML. For misbehavior in the Bihar Assembly, the Speaker is yet to decide on that disqualification notice, disqualification petition of these MLAs. The Achar Samiti, that is the committee that decides on the behavior of MPs and MLAs, the conduct of MPs and MLAs inside the assembly, it had suggested the Speaker to disqualify these 14 MLAs, but the petition is still pending. The final decision is still pending with the Speaker of the Parliament, but the Speaker of the Parliament belongs to the BJP. So what exactly he does, whether he will disqualify these MLAs or not, that remains to be seen if and when the assembly session is called. But even if these 14 MLAs of RJD and the left party, especially the CPI-ML, are disqualified by the Speaker, even then the Mahagathbandhan 2.0 will have the required number and it will have 150 MLAs with them, which is again way above the required mark of 122. Now, as I said, there is a new Gathbandhan, new alliance that is emerging in Bihar. The number game is in favor of Mahagathbandhan 2.0. All the eyes are on Nitish Kumar. There are reports that Nitish Kumar spoke to Tejashwi Yadav, and Tejashwi Yadav also reportedly demanded for a deputy chief minister post and the post of home minister, while he has agreed that the chief ministership also remains with the JDU. So Nitish Kumar will still continue to be the chief minister of the state. However, the home ministry will go to RJD and speaker post is likely to go to the Congress party. This is what the formula that has been worked between this new alliance of Mahagathbandhan 2.0. That is what the report says. Now Nitish Kumar is set to meet Governor Phagu Singh Chauhan of Bihar at 4 PM, and after that we will get to know what exactly is going on in Nitish Kumar's mind, whether this government of BJP and JDU will fall or not, or what that meeting is about exactly, how much MLAs, how many MLAs are going to support this Mahagathbandhan 2.0 is what we will get to know at 4 PM when Nitish Kumar meets the governor of Bihar, Phagu Singh Chauhan. There are also reports that Nitish Kumar is eyeing for a bigger role in 2024, and that is why all this collapse of the government, breaking up ties with the BJP. He wants to become a prime ministerial candidate from the joint opposition, and that is why he is trying to align with the opposition parties once again. But these are all speculations. What exactly is in Nitish Kumar's mind, we will get to know only at 4 p.m. when he meets the governor. Well, do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.